We have a great group of returners coming up. I don't think we lost a whole lot of firepower from last year's group. Some of the key contributors there are Peter Weiss. I mean, he has qualified individually last year to the national championship. I think he has All-American potential. He's huge for us, and we've got just a huge group behind him of returners that are, I mean, Austin Gappa and Patrick Adkison, Alex Mills, Dylan Rising. I mean, all those guys who really put up some big stuff last year. And on the women's side, we're even better off in that regard. We didn't lose anybody in that varsity squad that was putting up results at regionals last year. And we have our top core of that group back. Carolina, who qualified to the national championship individually, will be up in the mix, leading the way. And she'll have good company from Brenna Sclair, who qualified out in the outdoor championships this last track season, and who's made some pretty big moves here in the off season. Jessica Neal, I mean, geez, we have such a good group of women there. I could go down through about 10 or 15 on each side. So yeah, very excited for the returners and what they're gonna have to offer this year. I would say some of the biggest jumps that I saw during the track season, certainly Brenna Sclair stands out. And I think she's an exciting runner to watch. I think coming into this season, she should be one of the best runners in the region. She's a phenomenal athlete. And just the strides that she has made are gonna contribute massively to what we're doing. On the men's side, Andrew Ross is the first one that pops into my head. Kid who ran, 16 mid, 16 low in high school, and then camp comes in and just misses breaking the 15-minute marker. Dropping a minute and a half at a 5K is no small thing. Yeah, I'm very excited about this class. This class is phenomenal. On the women's side, we have Brianna Schmidt coming in. She's a local kid who's done some really big stuff in 6A right here for Newburgh. She's a Division I caliber athlete who's chosen George Fox, and I think she's going to do some really great stuff here. Coming in with her is Kayla Alpel from Washington. It was a second in the state kind of kid, both on the track and cross country course, and she is also future All-American potential, I think. I mean, those two women are going to be big in this class. And then we add in on that women's side, Ellie Rising as a transfer from SPU. On the men's side, Caden Hildenbrand from Jesuit. Kid is probably one of the best cross-country runners and track athletes in the state of Oregon. We're very excited to have him. He chose between us in a number of places. And again, I think he chose the school, chose the team, chose the culture, the environment in which he could grow. And I think that's going to be huge. Taylor Bermel out of California, Kellen Ruiz. We've got a really good group of guys coming in. I think we'll be strong on both sides. One of the exciting things about the upcoming season is I don't know who our varsity 7 is going to be. Usually at this time of the year, as I'm walking into preseason, I can probably guess 5 out of the 7. I can probably guess 1 or 2 out of the 7 right now, because it's just 15 guys and 15 girls, or 20 on each side that, if they really put the work in this summer, we're going to be in a good spot. Yeah, the strength of schedule looks good. I mean, what's nice about the cross-country setup is we're just trying to get in the mix with other nationally ranked programs. If we do that well, especially if we contend nicely out of region, it certainly helps us in the long run there. So the pre-national out in Michigan will be a great test for us. That's early October. Our meets leading up to that are really just opportunities for us to build to that. That's set up. Beyond that, we have another good meet that Lewis and Clark hosts locally that has some good national level potential. There are a couple teams that made the national meet last year that we beat head to head. So I think a piece of the equation of us not making the trip last year was we have to show up at regional. We have to show up big at regional, not leave the committee any decisions to make. Like, the only decision to make is who's coming in behind us. We should be at that meet. We do belong in that national caliber field. We have a group that's capable of being there. We just got to get it done, both at those meets and then obviously at the conference, and the regional is a big one. I mean, there's some very strong California and Oregon schools in our conference, and within the greater region and then within the entire country, I think there's programs we have an eye on that we think we can compete with. In the Midwest, I mean, you can pick any one of the UW schools. They're very good. The Northeast regions are very good as well. So being able to bump shoulders with a few of those programs, going out to that pre-national meet, we expect to be in the mix with, the NESCAC schools and the Centennials and some of the big East Coast programs, but also, we want to take down teams like Colorado College and UC Santa Cruz, and we've got our eyes on bigger teams like CMS, seeing what we can do as we get into the season here. Pomona Pitzer out of our region is defending national champion on the men's side. They're a big target. They're work to go toward. And on the women's side, CMS was 2 points shy of winning the whole thing themselves last year. So we've got really good in-region competition that we can put our eyes on and really chase. So the bar is very high, but that doesn't really scare us. We're going to see what we can do.